Okay, we're back from the other update from last night when we lost our internet. They were working on that, so I have the court up there now and our link, and just going to go through here and see if I can pull up the witness list that I was trying to do in the last video. And there's also something I want to do with, let me see something here. If I want to do a, okay, hang on a minute. Hold on, I just want to see about a, okay, so let me see how to do this. Oh, okay. Hold on, where's my minimize this guy? Okay. So here's the judge. Here's the judge. Here we go. Let me see. I'm gonna. I was trying to see. Okay, I'm not going to worry about this right this moment right now. Put that down and I'm going to go back to what I said I was going to do, okay? And do that witness list. We'll keep the court on there. And come on in, we're just ready to start pretty soon. I'm just trying to get the... I could kick myself because... Wait, hold on, let's see if I have this right here. Okay, so here's the confirmed witness list. We saw Kouri Richins Benson, Eric's sister, she testified day 1. Vincent Nguyen testified day 2. Chelsea Gibson testified day 2 about evidence found in the home. Dr. Eric Christensen testified day 2 about the 5 times the lethal fentanyl dose. The housekeeper, CL, and also the procurer of that fentanyl, right? Robert Josh Grossman, yes, there you go, Alicia. He's expected to testify about Kouri's plan to start a new life with him. Brooke Carrington, expected to detail the $4.5 million debt. Matt Throckmorton will testify in the validity of Eric's signatures and financial documents. Detective Jeff O'Driscoll will testify on the overall timeline and the walk the dog letter. Let's see here. Welcome, welcome, everybody. Come on in. Welcome, welcome. I came on early because it seemed like they were having, yesterday they were doing some housekeeping, but it looks like maybe they're just going to start full on with the trial. So, okay, let me see here. Okay, so let's see. So is everybody ready for this? I'm really hoping that we some good witnesses up there today. Our internet, they were working on. Sorry. Hi, Julianne. I wish he did who. What's going on there? Hey, everybody. Hi. Thanks for joining me. Let me see. Let me see if I can, where the heck is I'm trying to get my, so I can say hi to you guys. I don't know where my Zoom went. I see my Zoom, but, oh, there I am. Is that me? Yeah. There I am. Let me just say, I was going to say hi to you guys while we're waiting. Okay. So, let's see who we got here. Duke and Daisy, good morning, Bling. Hey, Bling's here saying hi. Do I like the judge? He seems okay. He reminds me of someone, which is a little bit weird, okay, because he looks like Chris Watts to me, so it's a little off-putting. He doesn't sound like him. And but he seems like a very competent judge. Hi, Patty. You think the judge is awesome. You love his voice. A lot of people love his voice, Julianne. They said he looks like this, but his voice is fire. And then Julianne, she goes, same, I'm old, not dead. Ha ha. Some people think he sounds like Barry White. I don't really hear that, but I think he's very calm, very competent, and seems to be very fair. Hi, Margaret. Yep. Hi, Alicia. Are you freezing to death? Well, it's 25 now, but it was 8 degrees last night. I lost internet last night. That's why I couldn't come on. They had trucks and everything fixing. I waited till almost 3, and I said, well, forget this. I said, I'll have to go on during the day. So I did last night's live this morning. So please go watch it. Just give it a view. Please give it a view for me. Please, I beg you. Thank you. Because I got really sidelined last night, and it's gonna hurt me if I don't get my views on that. So please. Nam Owens. Oh my goodness. Good to see you. Good morning, everyone. I've been super busy, but I've been listening to you, doing a great job. You're the best. Thanks for all you do. Oh, thank you, Patty. Thank you so much. And I have a quick super chat song for you if we make it before I have the court there, so we're not going to miss a thing. But I wanted to play a little song for you for the super chat. That's so nice. And oh, now Luke is calling me. Hang on a moment. Let me see what Lucas needs. Here, I'll play this real quick, and then.
Whoa, super chat, look at you. Sending love, we see it too. Thank you, Ramblers, shining bright. Mommy Ramblers, love tonight. Lights are glowing, hearts are true. Every word we feel with you.
I'm back. Thank you so much, Patty. Sorry, Luke was calling me. Okay. Oh, paranoid one. Everything's good. Okay. So let's see. Now let me go back to the live stream. Thank you so much, Patty. All right, so what do I have here? I have a poll. I've been keeping track of how many of you think she was guilty, and I think the first night it was like 80 something. I think the next day it was like 90, then it went back to 80, now it's 83%. I know that a lot are not in here yet to vote, so I'm going to leave that up. I'm going to leave the poll up. And I'm in top chat, not in live chat. That's not good. And I hate that these polls cover my, oh, there they go. So we'll watch, and am I freezing to death? Yeah, no, it was 8 degrees last night, and I'm going to put on my little heater, but it says it's 25 now. But try to give, I did go over that live that I was supposed to have last night. I just finished it. I did it from like 8:45 until just now. So yeah, if you can watch it a little bit, give it a like, please. Give this one a like. And yes, let's see, why? I don't want to be, I want it to be a picture in a picture, but why can't it make me a picture? I have to do it through my OBS, I think, to make myself a picture in a picture. I used to see it all the time, picture in picture in here. Guess we can go real little. I'll stay real little until they come on. I'll stay here with you guys until they come on. And we'll see what happens today. They're late starting today, right? What time is it? I just put my watch on the charger and I can't see anything. It's 10:39. Well, they're late. I wonder what's going on. Why is the court late? Don't tell me. I hope nobody got sick. Somebody came in there yesterday and said that they were getting over a cold. You look at the little cups of water. Every court has their little quirks, right? Remember that one, that Tim Jones one, and he kept taking a lot of breaks. And he's like, I know the internet says I'm taking a lot of breaks. But these have the little cups of water. Take your cup with you. And then even when somebody brought in a bottle of water, the judge announced it. You brought a bottle of water? And then she's like, yeah, I'm just getting over a cold. Like, I don't know. A bottle of water is a big deal. I don't know what they're doing. It's not like they're cutting down because they're using plastic glasses. Plastic cups. That's stupid. Plastic glasses and oxymoron. Plastic cups. Thank you, Julianne, for liking and liking. So anyway, yeah, should be starting soon, but they're late. On the Utah seal, is that the eagle at the top of a beehive? Oh, here we go. Okay, I'm going to take myself off.
You folks can have a seat as you come in. Thank you. All right, please have a seat. Good morning. Thank you for your patience. We'll begin this morning with cross-examination of Ms. Gibson. Ms. Gibson, you are still under oath.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Ms. Nestor, please proceed.
May it please the court. Good morning.
Good morning.
Ms. Gibson, you and I have met before, but just for purposes of the jury, again, my name is Kathy Nestor, and I do represent Kouri Richins along with my co-counsel. So I wanted to start by just kind of revisiting what we discussed yesterday about your role in this case.
Okay.
So it's my understanding that you are, for purposes of saying it an easy, non-lawyerly way, you're the evidence lady, right?
Yes.
So all the evidence that's in this case kind of comes under your purview, right?
Yes, it does.
And you're responsible for being told when it's located, right?
Correct?
If possible, photographing it where it's found.
Yes.
If not possible, then making a log of where you're told it was found.
Correct?
Keeping those logs, safe and secure, right? Noting on the logs the day it was found, the location it was found, and by whom it was found.
Yes.
Making sure then that it's packaged in a way that it can't be tampered with later.
Yes.
And then storing the evidence in some way that is protected from the public or from tampering.
Yes.
And by the way, where do you store all of your evidence?
In our evidence room in the sheriff's office.
Here, just right across from this courthouse?
Correct.
Right. And that room is locked.
Yes.
And only certain people have access to that room.
Correct.
And whenever anybody goes in or out of that room, they have to sign in, right?
It's a key card access, yes.
Okay. And then ultimately your goal is throughout the investigation, if someone needs to look at something, they got to go through you and you check it out and let them look at it and then check it back in.
Yes.
Right. And then you also
Oh no, what's going on? What happened? It's not on my end because it's playing.
it's over to the jury.
Okay.
Is that right?
Whew.
I believe so, yes.
Okay. Now, there is an exception for some types of evidence. For example, we've heard testimony in this trial about blood and bodily fluids and samples of tissue. You don't maintain those, correct?
Correct.
Pardon me?
Correct. Just to clarify, we do have a few items from the medical examiner's office that are stored in evidence.
But not fluid of
No.
nature, right?
No.
Because most of that is maintained by the medical examiner's office, right?
Correct.
Or the labs where those items were shipped.
Yes.
Okay. Is there any other type of evidence that someone other than you has a hold of in this case?
Not that I know of.
All right. So one of the pieces of evidence that you are responsible for gathering in this case included the 911 call, is that right?
I believe so, yes.
And tell us what you did to obtain that call.
I believe I was booked into evidence on a USB.
On a little thumb drive?
Yeah.
Okay. And have you ever reviewed the USB and made sure that the call was in fact on it?
Yes.
And you verified that that was a true and accurate copy of the call?
Yes.
All right. Your Honor, at this point, we would move to admit State's Exhibit 2-40, which is the 911 call in this case.
Is this, forgive me, just so I have context, this is the same as the one we've already heard?
I did a little snippet of it in my opening, but it has not come in yet.
Mr. Bloodworth?
Your Honor, it's Ms.
Oh, my
Sherman.
apologies, Ms. Sherman.
That's all right, Your Honor. My objection is based on hearsay. Certainly, there are portions of that call that may be admissible by the defense, but broad swaths of that, the state would object on the basis of hearsay.
Would you folks approach?
Sure.
It's funny that those two women on the end with the blonde hair, they almost have the same haircut, and I get them mixed up, except the one for the defense speaks like Jodie Foster as a child, right? And she's older. But when you hear her voice, she sounds like a little child. That woman's checking her watch. You know what? They said that this courtroom was so hard to get into, but I see a lot of empty seats. They said people were lining up at like 4:30 in the morning. It was 19 degrees. But yesterday and today, I'd have to go back and check day one. I see a lot of empty seats. Kouri just shook her head. Yeah, she makes some smirks. Oh, and I've got some. Did you watch her tongue action yesterday? I have some shorts of that tongue action. It's crazy. It's like a lizard. She did it multiple times. And I'm just surprised at all the empty seats because they said that, I don't know what the heck happened. Either they're not letting people in or what are they doing? It was jam-packed the first day? Yeah. Then why did no one come on day 2 or 3? I don't know, right? I saw the people sitting out there at 4:30 a.m., they said, in 19-degree weather. Well, there seems to be a long sidebar, huh? That's Eric's father right there. I don't know if the woman is that might be the is that I don't know if he remarried or who the woman is next to him. Hi, Nama. I'll try to find out. I know a couple of ladies that are supposed to be there. Okay, Nama, I'd love that. Yeah, they said the first day that was like people were... Kouri's tongue action, Alicia. Don't worry, I'll put up a short and you'll see it. And maybe she'll do it again today. I think I did mention it in the chat yesterday when she did it. Okay, come on now. Look at her. She like physically grabbed that attorney. Let's go back to our seats. Let me get in there. There's Mr. Ramos. No, Kouri's tongue action. Did anybody notice that yesterday? You don't like her, Margaret? She isn't very lady. Who, Kouri isn't? That I didn't see yet. He reminds me of Terry Bradshaw, the father. They had differences. I think they would, yeah, they had some real differences, Julianne, from what I remember. I think I talked about it the day before the trial. Reconcilable differences. Did you, Alicia? The two blondes on the end, they're almost the same height. They have like exactly the same hairstyle. Right? Look, they look like twins from the back there like that, don't they? But they're on the opposite sides. And the one with the lighter blonde hair, that's the one on the defense, and that's the one that talks like a little girl, Jodie Foster. Listen to her when she talks. Just catching up after a couple of years. Yeah, it's been 4 years, right? It'll be 4 years very soon, March 3rd. Wow, this is a long one, huh? What's up with this? That pink that she's wearing reminds me of, I don't know, is that the kind Jacqueline Kennedy's was when? Witness is like, come on now. I got things to do. Yeah, 4 years. Yeah, I'm sure, Jen. I'm just. It hasn't been like this with the sidebars, Alicia. This is the longest sidebar. Okay, here we go. All right, I'll mute again.
And forgive me. Any other questions about foundation related to Ms. Gibson's receipt or preservation of the 911 number?
Do you recall who you received the 911 call from?
I don't recall off the top of my head, no.
Do you know whether you downloaded it yourself off of a county database?
I wouldn't have access to that. That would only be one of the supervisors in dispatch.
So one of the dispatch people gave you the thumb drive?
I don't know how it got from dispatch to me. It was booked into a locker, I believe,
And what is that?
on our evidence locker. So when it's booked into the sheriff's office, if a deputy books it in, it typically goes into the temporary locker where they drop the key and then we collect it.
Is that what happened in this case? A deputy dropped it off?
I believe so.
Right. How do you typically, in other cases, gather the 911 called for evidence purposes?
It's either that way. Sometimes I will personally request it if the detective asks me to. But either way, it's just taken from the dispatch center and booked into evidence.
So once that thumb drive got into your evidence room, it was maintained safe the way that we've just talked about with all your other evidence, right?
I believe so, yes.
So there's no reason to believe that the 911 call that you have would have been tampered with in any way?
Correct.
Okay. I think that's it, Your Honor, unless the court thinks I need more.
Please keep it.
Okay, we're gonna come back to the 911 call later in the trial,
Okay.
okay? Court's indulgence for just a minute.
Of course.
As another part of your duties, and I want to use our language really carefully here, so if you could match my language, that would be helpful, okay?
Okay.
Were there calls between Ms. Richins and her family that you obtained recordings of?
Can you clarify?
On about a weekly basis there for a while, were you downloading calls between Kouri Richins and her family?
Are you talking about jail calls?
Your Honor, move to strike and need to approach.
Oh boy, I think they're talking about they were tapping her phone, right? Let's see. Kouri's looking semi-concerned. See if she'll do any lick. Oh, come on, do it, honey. Let's see. She does. It's bizarre. She does that smirk. You see with the one side of her mouth? She did that when she saw her kids' pictures, and I was very shocked. I thought she was going to show some emotion with the kids' pictures, and that just like sealed the deal that she is devoid of emotion. You definitely should, Alicia. Tracy, I want to be careful with my language, and I would like you to match my language or something to that effect. Oh my goodness, this is crazy, huh? What were the tapped phone calls inadmissible? And they're what? Yeah, Jen. Like an ice skater? I think everybody's into that ice skating. You've always reminded me of Nancy Kerrigan. Told you that a million times. Okay. Let me...
Time to time, there are legal issues that come up that I need to discuss with the attorneys at sidebar. This will happen throughout the course of the trial. There's no particular significance to any one of them. Second, please do not consider or speculate at any time during this case or during your deliberations about whether the defendant was or is in custody or was in custody at any time. That is not evidence of anything. You cannot consider that issue for any reason. Ms. Nister, please proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. All right. There was a time where you downloaded home wave calls. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. And those calls, when you would download them, you preserved those calls in the same way that you did all the other evidence, right?
Correct.
So it was kept in the evidence locker. No one could tamper with it or alter it.
Correct.
And some of those calls, there were transcripts made. Were you involved in the making of the transcripts of those calls?
No, I was not.
Okay, thank you. All right. So I'd like to go through with you kind of a timeline, I guess is the best word for it,
Okay.
of your activities on this case. And I'm not going to retread what Ms. Shervinack already covered with you. I'm going to try to talk about things that she didn't cover so we don't exhaust the jury, okay?
Okay.
So I want to talk first about the night of Mr. Richins' death, when you arrived on the scene. When you arrived on the scene, you did mention there were already people present, is that right?
Correct.
When you were there, were they still conducting CPR, or had they ceased their efforts to try to revive Mr. Richins?
They were not working on him, no.
Okay. So at that point, you knew this was going to be a death scene, right?
Correct.
Okay. And was there somebody on the scene that was giving you tasks to complete, or were you just using your best judgment on what you needed to do while you were there?
I was there to assist Detective Woody.
So Detective Woody was the individual that kind of told you what she needed from you at the scene.
Correct.
And when you first arrived, what was it that she said she needed your assistance with?
I don't recall her exact words, but to assist in documenting the bedroom.
Okay. And you did that, right?
Correct.
Okay. And one of the pictures that you took was admitted yesterday. Just a minute. For purposes of the family, this is going to be a photograph of Mr. Richins' body under the sheet in case they'd like to step out. Can we pull up Exhibit 1-7 that was admitted yesterday and publish it, please?
May we do it first?
I don't, oh, yeah.
Any objection, Ms. Sherman?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, we'll publish that now. One moment. There you go.
Okay. And this is the picture that you testified yesterday that you took, is that right? That morning?
Correct.
All right. Above the head of Mr. Richins, under the bed, there is a crumpled up sheet. Do you see that?
Yes.
And if you look directly above it to the mattress, this is one of those beds, I'm guessing it's one of those adjustable beds that's divided in the middle.
Yes.
But you can see that there is a sheet on the mattress that's the furthest to the bottom of the picture. And there's not a sheet on the mattress closest to the window. Is that right?
Correct.
And do you have an understanding of why there was no sheet on that mattress?
Yes.
What is your understanding of that?
My understanding was dispatch had instructed Kouri Richins to do CPR on Eric Richins and was then instructed to try to get him on a flatter surface for CPR. In order to do that, especially with a male, they're typically larger in weight, and so she instructed her to pull off the sheet in order to get him off the bed.
So in other words, you can't lift the body because it's literally dead weight, right?
Yes.
And so the idea is to undo the sheet from the bed and then pull him down to the ground where you could do CPR on a flat surface.
Correct.
And is that because, I mean, I don't even know if you know, is it not successful to do CPR if you're on a cushy surface because you go up and down, right?
Yeah, it's typically a little bit harder on the person.
Okay. All right. And is it your understanding that the sheet that's crumpled up under the mattress that has no sheet on it, that's the sheet that he was pulled to the ground on?
I believe so.
All right. And did you examine that sheet before it was put into evidence?
I don't recall how much I examined it, but I looked at it.
Do you still have that sheet in evidence?
Yes, we do.
Right. And is there any blood on that sheet?
I believe there was on this.
So if there was testimony here by EMTs that blood did not start coming out until after the EMTs were there, is it fair to assume that the sheet was under Mr. Richins when the EMTs were working on him?
Can you rephrase, like, the sheet
Well, let me
underneath
ask
him?
this way. Why did you feel that that was an important piece of evidence to gather and keep?
Because it was where he died on.
Perfect. That's what I needed.
Okay.
Thank you. All right. You can take that down, Katie. Thank you. You also, I believe, said that you photographed other areas of the bedroom, right?
Yes.
And one of the photographs that you took, I believe, was the photograph of the nightstand, which was Exhibit 1-9. Can we please publish that to the jury? Exhibit 1-9. It was admitted yesterday, Your Honor. Oh, thank you. I gotta get a screen on this thing. Okay, and that's the picture that you took as well, right?
Correct.
Now, when you took that picture, there's a wallet on the nightstand.
Yes.
Do you know how that wallet got there?
I believe it was placed there. I don't recall who placed it. It was there when I arrived, but I was told that it was retrieved from the kitchen.
So, is it fair to say then that anything under that wallet that might have been residue on the nightstand could have been altered or changed by placing the wallet on the stand that night?
Not by just placing a wallet on top of an object.
Did you ever pick up the wallet and photograph what was underneath it?
Yes, we did.
You did pick up, and where's that photograph?
I believe OME Sessions documented that.
Okay. And did you open the drawers and photograph what was in the drawers of the nightstand?
I don't believe so, no.
Were you aware at that point that a hydrocodone bottle had been removed from one of the drawers?
I didn't know where it had come from, and it was taken with the decedent.
Okay. So you did not take the hydrocodone bottle into your custody?
No.
Did you open it and photograph the inside of it?
I believe that was OME Sessions.
Okay. So you can't testify whether there were pills in it or not at
No.
the time?
No, I cannot.
Did you ever recover that pill bottle back?
No, we did not.
Okay. I thought that was one of the pill bottles you introduced yesterday. Not?
No.
That was a different hydrocodone bottle?
Which hydrocodone bottle are you referring to?
So yesterday you introduced a packet, and you remember we came up and you were trying to untape the bottle and looked in one of them, but there was
Yeah.
another pill bottle with that one. Where were those taken from?
Fits in that same packaging from the master bedroom, the master bathroom, like linen closet area.
Okay, so the hydrocodone bottle you introduced yesterday was found in the bathroom.
I-
I'm going to object. That misstates the evidence.
Would you lay some more foundation, Ms. Nestor?
How do you know where it was found?
I was there that day, and it was found in the bathroom.
Okay.
And
So-
when you say
but-
it, for my
I
benefit.
need clarification.
It's not
Could
clear
we,
what-
I need
Okay.
I'm having pronoun trouble here.
Let's
Can
do
you be
this.
specific about which item you're referring to?
Let's make it really easy. Let's pull your package out, because you
Okay.
still got them with you,
Yes,
right?
I do.
You got your box. Okay. Let's pull out package number. Just a moment. I shall find it.
Is it 9-1?
I'm looking. Yes. Okay, may I approach, Your Honor, just for a minute? I forgot, I don't have that. Let's see that for 1 second. May I approach with that?
Yeah, of course.
No, this one. Can you take it out? Sorry, make you blow up. You can just look at it. Oh, that's Kouri's. Oh, you're right, that's the micro, whatever it is, on the sight line. Okay, sorry. You're right.
Okay. So that was my bad. I got the bottles mixed up. So the bottle you just looked at was something called monocycline or something like that, right?
Yeah,
And that was a prescription for Ms. Richins.
correct.
Okay. So those were found in the bathroom.
Yes.
And that includes the quetiapine?
Quetiapine. Correct.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, and those were found in the bathroom.
Correct.
And where was the quetiapine bottle found?
It was in one of the baskets that was in that linen closet in the master bathroom.
Okay. So what happened to the hydrocodone bottle that was sent with the body of the decedent?
It's under the medical examiner's office protocol to keep that until they're done.
So you don't have that bottle?
I do not know.
So all we have is a picture of that bottle?
Correct.
So it has never been taken for testing by you to anyone?
Correct.
So if there was fentanyl residue in that empty pill bottle from 2016, we won't know it because you never took it to be tested, right?
I was never given the bottle, no.
Okay. while you were there that day, you also did not take any photos of the kitchen, is that right?
Correct.
And you did not take any photos of the kitchen sink
Correct.
or what was in it?
Correct.
And you did not take into your custody any items that were in the kitchen sink, is that right?
Correct.
And you also did not take any pictures of the closet.
Correct.
And later, we've had pictures be introduced. When you did your Matterport walkthrough, we saw an image of a green jacket where the gummies were kind of sticking out of a pocket. That green jacket, you can't say whether that was there the day that you were there or not.
I cannot. And just to clarify, I did take, I think, 2 photos of the closet, just not that side of the closet.
Okay. So you took photos of, and I'm using this from my experience, but in my house, there's a woman's side of the closet, which is much bigger, and a very small man's side of the closet. Is that the way it was set up in Ms. Richins' house?
I don't recall.
Okay. And you also did not go inside the cabinet over the toilet when you were taking pictures of the bathroom and open the cabinet and see if there were gummies in there, did you?
I did not.
Okay. Also, there was a picture that has come in your Matterport where there was a little dot above the refrigerator where you said that some gummies in a clear plastic bag were found, right?
Correct.
And you didn't go above the kitchen and open that cabinet and take any pictures that morning?
No, I did not. You're referring to the morning of the death.
Correct.
Correct.
Thank you for helping me be specific. I'll try to keep my dates straight. So, since you were personally the one who knows where every single thing was found, isn't it true that all the gummies, with the exception of the gummies that were found in the jacket in the closet, were all stored high up where children would not be able to reach them?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. All right. Just 1 second. I think we're going to move to another day. Oh, you mentioned when you were describing paraphernalia that you did not see any paraphernalia that day. Is that right?
The day of the death?
Yes.
Correct.
Thank you. I'm sorry. I'm going to get better.
You're fine.
The day
You're
of the
good.
death.
Correct.
And you mentioned paraphernalia is things that we might be familiar with, which would be like bongs or vape pens or scales or little baggies you would put drugs in or something like that, right?
Correct.
Things that would store drugs.
Correct.
Is it possible that if someone had, in your experience, when you've been to scenes, have you experienced where people put pills in different bottles than what the bottle actually says they are when they're illicit drugs?
Are you talking about like prescription bottles?
Mhm.
Yes.
So if you saw an empty prescription bottle near the body that had expired 6 years before, could that possibly be paraphernalia? If it was used to store illicit drugs?
If it was used to store illicit drugs, it could be considered.
Okay, thank you. You also, that day of the death, you did not go upstairs at all, correct?
Correct.
You also did not go downstairs.
Correct.
Since then, you've walked through, viewed, videoed, measured this whole entire house. You're aware now that there's a kitchen downstairs, right?
Correct.
And are you also aware that there was liquor stored downstairs?
I was not.
Did you notice in all these tours that you did and videos that there was an actual beer fridge downstairs filled with beer?
On the day of the Matterport, or which day we were?
Any day you were there.
I don't recall.
Did you notice there was liquor bottles in the cabinet in the kitchen downstairs?
I believe there were some. I'm not sure about how many, though.
Did you ever photograph any of those?
If I did, it would have been in my overall photographs.
Also, the day of the death when you were taking photographs, did you photograph anything in the kitchen trash?
No, I didn't photograph the kitchen.
All right. Did you notice anything set around the kitchen? For example, cut up limes or drink mixes or anything on the counter? Did you notice any of that?
I didn't enter the kitchen.
You never even went in it.
No.
Thank you for clarifying that. Then I won't waste my time with more questions about the kitchen. Okay. So let's move now to the next time that you were in that house, which my understanding would have been April the 13th of 2022. Is that right?
Correct.
And what was the reason you were there?
We were there to serve a search warrant.
And this is going to seem like a silly question, but I need to make the record. So when you all execute a warrant of a home, do you tell the people in advance, hey, FYI, we're going to be at your house at 9 and we're going to be searching everything you own? Do you do that?
I don't.
No.
No.
As a matter of fact, it's important for searches to be done well and done professionally that the person not know they're coming, right?
Correct.
And you guys actually take pretty extreme steps to make sure the person's not tipped off that you're about to search their entire house, right?
Correct, but just to clarify, I am not law enforcement officer. I'm not sworn, so that's up to the detectives.
I appreciate you making that distinction. I will not suggest otherwise. But you are certainly a critical part of the search process, right?
Correct.
And why is that?
I'm there to document everything and photograph, collect anything of importance.
So really, I mean, you're like the hub of the whole search, right? Like everything's coming to you that they find in that house.
Correct.
All right. So I know you're not a sworn officer, maybe you don't carry a gun, but you sure are important to the search process, right?
Correct.
Okay. So knowing that and knowing your role, you would never tip someone off that you were coming to search through all their personal belongings, would you?
No.
And is there any reason that you all believed that Ms. Richins knew in advance you guys were coming to her house?
Objection, calls for speculation.
Well, let's find out if she has any knowledge,
Right.
and then we'll know whether or not it's speculation.
I would just ask like a more precise question. I think and I'm not picking on Ms. Nestor, but I think it was you all, and I think we just need a little more.
Can we just limit the
Detail.
question to
Yes.
Ms. Gibson?
It's a Southern thing.
Yeah.
Y'all is just in my
Okay.
I'm
my
not
blood.
picking on her. I just wanted to be clear.
I'll try not to say y'all.
Would you restate the question and limit it to this witness?
I am happy to.
Thank you.
I will try to keep y'all out of my vocab, but it's hard. It's deep in there. Did you have any reason to know that Ms. Richins either suspected there was a search coming or knew there was a search coming?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. So what steps did you, not y'all, what step did you take to prepare to go to that house that morning on the 13th?
I just made sure I had enough equipment to bring to the home, whether it be packaging, tape, property seizure forms, stuff like that.
Was there a debriefing prior where all the officers and you talked about how you were going to approach the home, how you were going to approach Ms. Richins, what the plan was once you got there?
I believe there was a briefing beforehand, yes.
Did you attend that briefing?
I don't recall, but I believe I was in there for part of it.
Okay. And how many officers were planning on being at that search, to your recollection?
I couldn't put a number on it. I'm not sure.
Rough estimate of how many people were in that debrief.
I'd say at least 5.
Okay. And when you all got to the scene, did you drive your own vehicle?
No, I drove a evidence van.
And how many police cars do you remember being at the scene that morning or throughout that day?
I don't recall. I'd say at least a couple.
When you arrived on the scene, was Ms. Richins in the home?
I don't believe so, no.
Did she at some point return to the home, or were you not even involved in that process?
I don't believe I was involved in that process.
So you never even saw her that day?
I don't believe so.
At any point were you asked to go check on the items that were in her vehicle when she was stopped that day?
No.
So you don't know what was in her truck the day that she was pulled over?
No.
And no one ever asked you to like say, hey, these items were in the truck where she was removed from during our search?
I don't believe it. So, and just to clarify, you're referring to the April 13th.
Yes, all
Okay.
these questions are the 13th
Okay.
until I switch, okay?
Okay.
So no one asked you to inventory any of the items in her personal vehicle?
No.
Did the search warrant cover the vehicles in the house?
I believe there were 2 vehicles inside the garages that were included. I'm unaware. I wasn't part of that part of the search during her stop, so I'm unaware.
Okay. Do you remember the weather that day?
It was winter. It was cold.
It was really cold, right?
Yeah.
Snow on the ground. Remember when we used to have snow in Park City?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. All right. How long were you at the house that day? The 13th?
Believe we were there for about a half day. We were there for several hours.
Was there also a member there at the home on that day from the U.S. Postal Service that you can recall?
Yes.
What's his name?
Believe it's Smoot.
Right. Agent Smoot. Why was Agent Smoot there? What was your understanding of his role at the search?
My understanding was pursuant to the search warrant, they were looking for anything that could have been mailed to the house that would have contained drugs or paraphernalia.
Right. And Mr. Smoot works for the Postal Service, so he would be looking for things that were mailed, right?
Correct.
Like illegal drugs.
Yes.
Okay. And to your knowledge, did he ever give you any that day to check into evidence, anything that was an illegal drug or a postage that looked like it was connected to illegal drugs?
Not that I ever recall.
All right. Was it your understanding? You okay?
I just need some napkins. Sorry.
Oh,
Ms. Nestor,
Oh.
I have a scheduling conflict
Yeah.
at 9:30. Is this an appropriate place
sure.
to pause?
Sure is.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is no fault of the attorneys. I have an unavoidable scheduling conflict from 9:30 to 10:30. We didn't want to lose all of that time this morning. We have gotten as much done as we could. We're going to take a recess. Fair reminder, please don't talk about this case or anything related to it. You are free to talk about everything else. Current events, your family's sports, whether the Spurs are actually going to make it to the finals. That's all fair game. But please, no talking about this case. You are allowed to use your personal devices during this recess, but do not use them to post about the case or to do any research, and please avoid any social media or other reports about the case during that time. Thank you for your patience. I promise we'll get back on the record as soon as we can. Please rise for the jury.
Are they going to take a break and then go on another hour lunch after this?
Folks, have a seat, please.
Oh, maybe.
Ms. Gibson, during this break, like overnight, you are proverbially still on stand. Please isolate yourself. Don't confer with anyone. Okay. Court is in recess until 10:30. Thank you for your time.
10:30. That's going to be 12:30 our time. And then what? Are they going to take an hour lunch after that? What's the deal with that? That's crazy, right? They're going to take an hour recess now, which is, wait a minute. They're 9:30 to 10:30. Come back at 10:30. Is that right? Yeah, 10:30. And what are they going to do? Like an hour and then take another lunch? Isn't that dumb? Why wouldn't he have just started court at 10:30? He has a scheduling conflict. Oh my gosh. I mean, not much court has gone on. Don't you think he should have just waited till 10:30 and start court? I don't know. Who knows? Okay. Hang on a minute. Let me, so what do we do here? What do we do? What are we going to do during the break here? I was just gonna make a. I just warmed up my coffee, but I don't know what. We could look for. You wanted to see if her boyfriend is still with her. We could look that up. Let me see if her boyfriend is still with her. Let's see. Are you dreaming again, Lily? Come here. Who knows? Maybe this is their lunch. I don't know. I think he would have said that. But it's only 9:30, so he can't tell them to go have lunch. And he's got to give them lunch. You're going to get more coffee? Okay, I'm going to look up to see if she's still with her lover. I'm hearing something tick, tick, tick. I hope nothing's leaking in my house. Okay. Hold on a minute. I'm hearing something like leaking. Hang on. Where's that leaking? What is that leaking? Don't be getting ice dam damage. I hope that not. Ugh. Dealt with that enough years. Okay. All right, let me check if she's still with, what is it, Josh something Grossman? Let's see. Let's see. Okay, hold on a minute. Wait a second. One of the Dixie chicks was killed by a speeding driver? Is that true? When did that happen? Hold on a second. It's a speeding driver who killed Dixie Chicks founding member. Laura Lynch, sentenced to 15 years in prison. Laura Lynch. When did that happen? Does anybody know when that happened? I haven't heard of them in years, but... Oh, she recorded 3 albums with the group before leaving in 1993. See, I go to look up one thing and then I get sidetracked. This is ADD. Does anybody know who Fit and Healthy Dad is? He looks like somebody else I know. He looks like somebody. I don't know who it is. They said that he got a cancer diagnosis, prostate cancer, but I think hopefully he's doing okay. Okay, my stomach is grumbling because I was just eating a protein bar because I got right up and did my stuff and got my coffee. Let's see. All right, let me go back to hold on. Let me see what the heck Lulu's doing. I'll be right there. She's, what are you doing, Lily? Are you dreaming or what is going on with you, girl? Come here. Come here. What's up? What's the matter? What's the matter? What's the matter? Over here? Yeah. Well, outside it's really cold. Are you sure you want to go? Alrighty, alrighty, alrighty. Let's go. Let's sit by me, okay? You won't have bad dreams. You all want to go out? You guys are nuts, so okay. Let's go, let's go. Ready? Go ahead. Okay, so let me look up what I was gonna look up. I'll get the doggies back in. We'll lead us over here. All right. Where was I? Where was I? Back to here. Let's see. I think I just had what I was going to look for about Kouri, and then I got sidetracked, as what often happens. And now gotta make a call to my bank too. All right, so let's see here. That just popped up on my screen. Now, who's that? My phone is like non-stop. Come on, buddy. What is this? Okay. That is not what I was looking. Oh my gosh, this is too much. All right, so this please be the one I'm looking for. Here we go. So she has a dramatic, abnormal reaction to the death of her hubby. She allegedly killed. So they're talking about her the way she was acting on the body cam, right? Which would be, go on now. Go on now. There. Right. So she sobbed, she rocked back and forth after her husband Eric was found non-responsive. But that's not what I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out about her lover. She never really wore, well, yeah, she did. I was going to say, but her hair not as back as severe as she does for court. She wore it mainly like on top of her head. Or she wore it down. But the way she has it in court is so severe. Let's see here. But I was trying to find out about her lover. Right? And that's what I was trying to find out. Not about... So let me try this again. Josh Grossman. His boyfriends, let's see. So it seems like most people don't know right now if he's supporting her, Josh Grossman. Now, what exactly did Josh Grossman, let's see if, what did he do? How did she meet him? Let's see, I wonder what he did, right? Okay, so here's something about him, let's see. So supposedly, you guys, the relationship reportedly wasn't just emotional, it was physically, with claims continued before Eric's death. Even though, let's see. Prosecutors even pointed to a booked all-inclusive vacation to secret St. Martin Resort and Spa in the Caribbean, planned for a month after Eric's passing, supposedly for Kouri and her boyfriend, Josh Grossman. Oh, he said was an alleged handyman and lover. You know what's funny? Right? Isn't it funny that she seemed to be all about the money, right? So she had to marry, for this, married Eric, he had this money. But then, once she got the money, then she told the handyman, right, that, we can live in the guest house and we can run that mansion as an event center for $12,000 a day, right? Because then she'd have the money, so then she could go and get the handyman. Allegedly, she had an extramarital affair before and after Eric's death. She texted, "Love you," on the night of his death and made a hypothetical marriage post before his death. They had a 5-night Caribbean trip booked for a month after he died. She gave him text or sent him text wishing the husband would just go away for a perfect life. He was granted immunity by prosecutors and he is expected to testify. Okay. But I still don't know if they're together, right? Let's see. Kouri Richins, handyman lover, was unmasked in a new court filing. This is back in 2024. The romance began before her husband Eric's March 2022 death and continued for months after, until Kouri evicted Grossman from her property. Oh, listen to this, you guys. The romance began before her husband Eric's death, March 2022, and continued for months after, until Kouri evicted Grossman from her property Grossman would end up homeless, living out of a black Ford F-150 pickup truck in Layton, Utah. And he's had several run-ins with the law since. So she ditched him before, right? Interesting. She allegedly wanted her husband dead so she could move on with this man, who later ended up homeless on the streets of Utah. She fell for him after he was hired to work on homes she was renovating. One of the texts she sent him in February of 2022, if I was divorced right now and asked you to marry me tomorrow, you would? Just weeks before she allegedly poisoned her husband, she texted him, I just want to lay on the couch and cuddle you, watch a murder documentary and snuggle. 2 weeks later, she texted Grossman, life is going to be different, I promise. I hate your hard days. I wish I could be there to turn them around for you. Can I try Friday? Give me a few days. Hang in there until then, please. Then on the night of March 3rd, the night she allegedly poisoned her husband, she texted her boyfriend a photo of two people kissing that was captioned, love you. Okay, so they had a search warrant for Grossman's phone in May of 2023. Shows that their forbidden love ended 8 months after Eric's death, when Kouri evicted Grossman from one of her condos. He wound up homeless, living out of that black Ford F-150. He claimed Kouri had given him the vehicle. He's had several run-ins with the police, including an arrest for trespassing and for theft of a $14,000 trailer and a scissor lift he rented from Home Depot in Salt Lake but failed to return. In February of 2023, police in Layton, Utah found Grossman sleeping in the truck on the side of a residential street with the engine running. They found a case of beer with several open cans and cited him for having an open container. He was arrested for trespassing elsewhere in town 2 days later. Detectives in the murder case learned about Grossman's relationship with Kouri through interviews with family and friends. Digging into the Layton incident, detectives reviewed police dash cam footage in which Grossman can be heard saying that the Ford F-150 belonged to Kouri Richins, whom he identified as his girlfriend. Let's see. Grossman had several phones they wanted to search, including at least 2 given to him by Kouri, which they used to communicate around the time of her husband's death. In recorded interviews, Grossman acknowledged that he was more than just Kouri's handyman. He was an extramarital sexual partner of Kouri prior to and after the death of her husband. The relationship did not end well. Grossman told detectives that Kouri had kicked him out of her condo in Saratoga Springs, Utah, in November of 2022, and that he has been homeless ever since. Sources close to Kouri claim that she evicted him because he was allegedly using meth. Court papers show Kouri's relationship with Grossman heating up in the months leading up to her husband Eric's death. Okay, so let's see what they happened here. On December 7th of 2021, 2 days before her boyfriend's birthday, Kouri booked the two of them a 5-night romantic getaway to the Secrets Resort and Spa on the island of St. Martin. The $4,211 trip was scheduled for that April, the month after Eric died. 10 days later, While wrapping Christmas gifts with a friend, she spoke about wanting a divorce, saying she felt trapped and stuck in the marriage and didn't see a way out. Kouri said in many ways it would be better if Eric was dead, according to the filing. The following day, Kouri texted Grossman, "I'm in love with a man that's not my husband, and I want to, but I can't break up with my family. It's having your cake and eating it too. I do just want to love you. I do love you. I thought you were getting a divorce," he allegedly replied. In early of January of 2022, Kouri consulted with a divorce lawyer, but she left disappointed that she may only be entitled to half of the assets. She didn't want half of anything, says the prosecution. Rather, she wanted all of everything. Around that time, she began inquiring about illicit drugs. She texted Grossman a random question: "Have you ever done anything besides smoke weed?"
Sandra Zuzak.
No, hold on a minute, guys. Hang on. Okay, sorry. I said I'd call her back in an hour in court's in session. Let's see, go by here. So then where were we? Random question: have you ever done anything besides smoke weed? She told him she was watching. I just want to make sure that I'm going to hit my mic real quick. Okay. She told him that she was watching the Hulu series Dope Sick that same night about America's struggle with opioids. And later that month, she applied for $100,000 life insurance on Eric, which became effective 10 days before her first alleged attempt to kill him on Valentine's Day 2022. What a lovely present, right? And the prosecutors also found that she had taken out the $250,000 home equity line of credit. We talked about this morning, right? So let's get to we're going to go to any more about this boyfriend. In the latest legal filings, it was revealed that Kouri had a negative bank account balance. She owed lenders more than $1.8 million. She was being sued by a creditor. Her former housekeeper, Carmen Lauber, hooked Kouri up with the fentanyl. And then on Friday, Valentine's Day 2022, February 14th, of course, she slipped it into a sandwich that she bought him at a diner in their hometown, Camas. She left the food with a note on the seat of Eric's truck for him to eat at lunch. Prosecution alleges Eric felt so sick that day he drank a bottle of Benadryl, self-administered his son's EpiPen, and went completely dark. Kouri left town to spend Valentine's Day with her lover, telling him she was out of town waiting for the cabinet installer guy. That afternoon, Eric texted a close friend, "I think I almost died. I think my wife tried to poison me." Kouri pushed ahead with her plan. On February 19th, she texted Grossman, "I want you today, every day, not just sexually, but physically, mentally, every day, when I wake up. I do want a future together. I do want you. Figure life out together. If he could just go away and you could just be here, life would be so perfect. I love you. I have a crazy dream. You quit your job. I divorce and come up with millions and millions. We buy Midway, that's that mansion, and live in the guest house, that's the 3,000 square foot guest house, and rent out the huge house as a big event center. The event center would be our daily job, and hang out every day, raise some kids, have a little farm. Deal? Eric died March 4th. The following day, Kouri closed on that $3.26 million property. And between the 6th and Eric's funeral on March 11th, Kouri texted Grossman, "Love you," 5 times. Then they met up in the mountains. They parked in her vehicle and spoke for the first time since Eric's death. She asked whether he'd killed anyone while serving in the military in Iraq. He replied yes. And she asked how it felt. Kouri texted him a link to the Secrets Resort on March 20th, saying, "Are we there yet? Can't wait." On April 9th, she texted him, "I think I want you to be my husband one day." The following day, after she, let me see, April 9th, when did she get arrested? The following with me on March 7th. Okay, she published her children's book about grief on March 7th, 2023. I thought she was arrested in May. The following day, she was arrested for aggravated murder. The preliminary, okay. So that's the deal. The boyfriend isn't waiting for her because she got rid of him 8 months after. Really? Okay. So there you go. There you go, folks. She kicked him to the curb a long time before. You guys still hanging with me? Can you hear me? I hope you can hear me. Let me make sure. Okay. Yes, you can. Very loudly, too. Okay, so you got that deal? What's Letitia Stalk? Who's Letitia Stalk? Hey there, who's that? Susie? Susan. Hi, Susan. He's lucky to have gotten out alive. Welcome in, Susan. Thank you for watching with us. We're going to be back on the trial at 10:30. Thank you for watching. I was just going over we had questions if the boyfriend was still with her. Okay. So that's that. What do you think we should do now? What time is it? We've got about 35 minutes. 35 minutes. Okay. I'm just going to, I have to go make a couple of phone calls. You guys probably have to do, I'm leaving the live open, sitting here and chat and stuff, and I'll be back and I just have to make a couple of phone calls. All right. So I'll leave you guys here. I'll be right back. All right. I love you guys. See you in a little bit. But the live's open. I'll be right back. What's going on? They're late getting back, right? They're supposed to be back 12:30. I guess his thing ran over. Bedroom walls. Whose bedroom walls? Hi, everybody. I had some phone calls to make. I had to get some stuff out because I think I'm going to craft while I listen to this. Going to redo a trinket box. Some stuff. I think I'll take a video that I'll post up later. I think father will be found guilty of at least some of the charges. Oh, you're talking about whose bedroom walls, though? Why don't I see who you're talking to? Bedroom walls. Oh, FYI, Colin Gray's daughter said she was contacted by her father about what to say to law enforcement, including saying the father did not know about Nicholas Cruz's images and articles posted on Colt's bedroom walls. I think father will be found guilty. Has it gone to the jury? Has it gone to the jury? See who you're talking. I don't know. Has it gone to the jury? Is it out for the jury, Jimmy? I think he'll be found guilty. The other parents were found guilty. Oh, you don't think so? Okay. I don't know why this court is like, he said 9:30 to 10:30, which would be 12:30 now. They're already 13 minutes over. I don't know. Where's the peeps? Let me get some. Get my watch on. Hold on. So freaking cold. I don't know why. I hear them starters. That's one of the dogs making noise. What are you doing, Lily? Phone. I just had my phone. What did I do with it? Put this over here and record a video for you guys for later. Oh, here we go. Hold on, I'm just almost got my base coat on this. I'll mute.
Rest of the day. We will have you come back tomorrow morning,
Oh no.
ready to go at 8:30 a.m. Between now and then, same instructions. Please do not speak about this case with anyone. Please do not allow anyone to speak about the case to you. Please do not read, listen to, or watch any reports about this case from any source. You just have to affirmatively avoid those things. Please don't do any searches on the internet about this case at all. Thank you for your patience. Please travel safe. We'll see you tomorrow morning, 8:30 a.m. Please rise to the jury.
Oh, are you serious? What did he say? Why? He's got more stuff to do? That's not right.
Ms. Gibson, may I have a brief conversation with you? You don't need the bin. You can leave that there for a moment if you want. Mr. Palmer will watch over. You can just step to the podium for a moment. I apologize for this delay. Can you be here ready to go at 8:30 tomorrow morning?
Yes.
Okay. Do you understand that you are still, in effect, under oath and on the stand, so you cannot confer with anybody about your testimony?
Yes.
All right. Can you follow that instruction?
Yes.
Very good. I'll see you tomorrow morning, ready to go at 8:30. You'll be taking that bin with you, correct?
Yes.
Very good. Thanks.
Thank you.
Okay. Mr. Bloodworth, anything else on the record today?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Nestor?
No, sir.
Okay, very good. The court is in recess. Thank you for your patience.
That's crazy. What happened? Okay, hold on a minute. I'm just finishing painting something. That's crazy. Well, that's a game changer for today. Okay, hold on. Let me just cover. Hold on, I'm just finishing this bunny. I just did a couple more strokes here and I'll come over there. That's ridiculous. What is that about? Hold on a sec. I'll be right there. Don't leave me. Wait, hold on, I'll be right there. Just gotta finish the bunny's ear. Oh, and I just realized I didn't do my Today Is video yet. I gotta do that. Ah. Hold on, I'm coming over there. Oh, brother. Oh, brother. Okay. Let me wash my brush. What the freak was that about? I'm sorry. He didn't know he had this engagement and that this was going to take him all day or whatever the freak it is. And what are we looking at over here? Oh my gosh, that's crazy. The FBI is back at Nancy's snow remover? What do you mean the FBI is back at Nancy's? The FBI is back at Nancy's. What are they doing over there? I got my grandchildren 2 light boards here 4 miles away. Sparkle, and I'm going to use sparkle paint to paint parts of it. I think Kouri needs a break. What the freak? I don't understand. Did he even say anything when he came back? That's ridiculous. That sounds fun, bee lady. I'm crafting on some stuff right now myself, but I just think that's crazy. I'm gonna go check. Oh my goodness, what a nightmare. All right. Let me get this, how stupid. I'm sorry, that's stupid. Isn't it? Oh. He didn't say anything? I know. What in the world would he have court like that for? You know, but they would get so excited if somebody told them that, you know? Oh my gosh. I wonder what the heck is the deal. So tomorrow at 8:30 is the next time, right? Wow, and I was all set to paint and listen. Can't believe it. All right, let me see what's going on with, let's do a Nancy Guthrie update here. What's the FBI going to do with Nancy? They're not going to find Nancy there. I mean, it just sounds like another goose chase. They're trying to look for some, it just, you know what I mean, Snow? It just sounds like that whole case is ridiculous. Let's see. FBI show up at Nancy Guthrie's house. What are they doing? Could this be Nancy's son, Cameron? It doesn't really look like him, but what's going on? Let's see. Multiple federal vehicles drove up to Nancy Guthrie's house just now and are seen inside and outside the home. Are the feds thinking of taking over? Okay, let's see. Several people were seen walking onto Nancy Guthrie's property on Wednesday morning, one day after Savannah Guthrie announced $1 million reward. Looks like the FBI is at Nancy Guthrie's house. Okay. Let's see what we have here. People are thinking this guy is Cameron. I don't know. FBI at Nancy's house. They came in 3 SUVs going opposite of the one-way street. Someone looking out the front window of Nancy Guthrie's home. Maybe did they get the new video finally and they're trying to see stuff? Maybe they got the new video from the other Nest cams. Someone apparently... looking out. Or they think this one is Cameron. I think that's the one they said. I don't know if that's him. earlier on the one yesterday, I read to you exactly what that bandmate has said that he's been going through. Let's see. Appears to be law enforcement, FBI investigators. Da 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 da. They're walking towards the rear of the property. They were hovering over the spot, tied to the blood evidence. Have they even cleaned up the blood evidence? The FBI pulled up in several SUVs to her house. Several agents went into the backyard. Several went to the front yard. The agents in the backyard went inside her home through the back. So there are 10 FBI agents inside the Guthrie home, someone said. Law enforcement activity at Nancy Guthrie's home. Reportedly 3 SUVs have arrived. FBI says new $1 million reward has generated hundreds of new tips. Could this visit be related to a new tip? I'll tell you what I am. I am pissed that this trial was delayed. That's what I'm pissed about. Really pissed about that. I was really hoping to hear some interesting testimony today. Wow, this cactus looks really scary to have in the yard. This one right here. That looks so scary to have in, that looks horrendous to have in the yard. Let's see. Drone footage captured one person slipping in through the back entrance. 25 days and still missing. The United Cajun Navy is involved in the search of Nancy Guthrie. Guess they finally put out flyers. Interesting. Okay, so let me go back to the chat now that I've looked at this. B-Lady says, at some point, it doesn't matter how much money you put up. Nancy's case may not be cold, but it is cool to a lot of folks. Tug on your earlobe to stop yawning. Am I yawning? Was I yawning? I don't even realize that. Do you know there's a jumping cactus that if you get too close to it, the needles jump towards you? No, Margaret, but that sounds incredibly scary. Jumping cactus. I'd be jumping to chop that down. You were all ready too. Yeah, I was all ready too. This is ridiculous. No, it's still on the porch floor. That's the FBI, allegedly, in the suits. Yeah. I am so pissed. Let's see what our poll says. Our poll says 84% say, 86 say she's guilty. Okay. Wow. Kouri Richins. Now I've got to set up my video for tomorrow. That's not funny and not fair. Not fair. That's ridiculous. It really is. Yes, I yawned. Take a nap. I didn't even hear myself yawn. Some areas where I live in the north, there are flying squirrels. Oh yeah, we have flying squirrels. Yeah, there's northern and southern flying squirrels. They're around all over. Not just in the north. They're around all over. They're around in Indiana, down in the Florida. They're in Florida too, B-Lady. They're in Florida, Georgia. They're all over. People don't realize they don't actually fly. They glide. Okay. I will see you guys later. God bless. Prayers. Be good. May the Lord bless and protect you and give you his peace. I'll see you later. I don't know. All right. What a day.